mama crying, that's soaring through the summer breeze. The haunted wailing of a steam train, it takes me back and sets my spirit free. My parents died when I was just a boy. They sent me to Miami, Tennessee. But in those hills I stumbled on the railroad.
Hey, what is up, guys? Shadow Steel here, and welcome to another episode of Railworks Sundays. Today we are playing Summer Storm. Now, a little bit of... this is problematic, I guess you could say. I have been struggling really hard to get everything recorded at a timely fashion. Last week, I was supposed to play this scenario and actually get everything done by then. By, Sunday. It was supposed to be Sunday, September 3rd is when that was supposed to be, this scenario was supposed to be released. But I came up with so many recording problems and everything here and there. And as a result, I couldn't really get anything done. Then it didn't help that the second time I tried to record it within the same week, I actually came up with another issue with the recording, and turned out that the encoding for OBS Studios was so damaged in some way that I couldn't actually get it working. So eventually what ended up happening is that I have to now go straight back to using OBS Studio or OBS Classic. Open Broadcast Software Classic. I can't talk today. I don't know why. And hopefully that fixes the encoding issue. Now, I don't know what is going on with the encoding issue in regards to that, but it's honestly something extremely, extremely annoying for me, because this hasn't been happening before. Alright, start by hooking up the 3 emigrant cars and the coach caboose that are waiting on Quincy Siding 2. Alright, so I'll open up that. I'll move my cab in here to raise that up too high. I'll close that, open that. Open the cylinder cocks. Put on the reverser as far as we can go. Alright. Start ringing the bell. Alright, I think the volume on my headset's a bit loud. Okay. Alright, so, as you can see, we're driving the Jupiter, or rather her sister Storm. See if I can actually get her moving now. Damn it, the damn thing's locked up again. Alright, there we go. Now we're moving. And, of course, our locomotive is stuck. Oh. Okay. Restart. I forgot. I am driving on realistic mode. Okay. Alright, now we try this again. First off, Control D, Control 4. Come on. God damn it. Damn thing. Change the fire mass to maximum. There we go. Right, move that forward. Bring up the cylinder cocks. Release the brakes. Oops, wrong whistle. So, first things first, you saw that I was getting cylinder damage because I was not running the locomotive correctly. Well, there's two ways to drive this locomotive. There's the easy mode, which is what I'm trying to do now. And then there's the much harder difficulty, which essentially allows the locomotive to run in a more realistic fashion. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on! Now, the reason I'm trying to sound the whistle like this so often is because there's actually a script that Smokebox has used on this locomotive to actually activate the brakes there. As you can see, the handbrake just came off by itself there. I didn't use the keyboard control there. Alright, now we're moving. Turn that off now. Go ahead and move the camera out. Now, Smokebox has stated that you can use the 14L, which is the short, long whistle blast for the, that's strange. Huh. There's no junction over here. It's just blank. That's very weird. There should be like a little switch box here somewhere. Also, I hope you guys like the intro there. It actually took me a little bit of time to get right. I actually had it done already, but because of the original recording going haywire. But, whoops, shit. So, let's see here. Okay. That was weird. Okay, the brakes haven't triggered. Come on. Trigger the brakes. There we go. And it's starting to rain now. Okay, we'll move our train here. Smokebox is already working on his new release here for the for her. I can't talk. Why can't I talk? Smokebox is already releasing, or rather getting ready to work on a lot of the content for the upcoming release of the Union Pacific 119, Jupiter's quote-unquote sister. Now, it looks like he was starting to work on scenery items rather than the locomotives and cars anymore, but that is a possibility. That possibly means that he's now not having to worry too much about actually like the cars and whatnot. So that's probably a good thing there, actually. Oh boy. Throw the whistle. Going a little too fast there. Now I'm still going too fast. Please don't ram the cars. Oh god! Jesus! Holy crap! I'll check over here, see what happened. On our way to Quincy Junction, stop off at Quincy Mills to pick up a couple of loaded flat cars set out for you in the siding there. They need to be put right behind Storm Center. Alright. We're good. Alright. Get that out of the way. And the whistle again. Set the reverser forward a little bit. Let's open up the regulator a little bit. I probably should also open up the bathrooms. Alright, we're on the move again. I'm actually so used to driving these things a lot easier without the steam pressure accumulation, where there's a bit of a delay when I'm actually opening up the throttle to where you start moving. That's probably why I was so confused on why I was like not able to actually leave the station on time. Alright, we're on the move now. Here we're losing too much water pressure, but again, we've got to check that. Steam generation rate is lower than what I need. There we go. Lower. Here. There's a crossing up ahead, actually. Well, no, it doesn't seem like it. Not doing too bad already. Get up to speed. I'm also probably going to start putting more in the boiler pretty soon. Depending on boiler water level 6%. Alright, we need to start putting a little bit of water in the boiler as we make our ascent. Move my camera over with me. Reverse a little bit. Alright, so I do like this locomotive. She's just, I mean, it's a bit difficult to drive, but then again, that's true of her actual specs and everything. The only thing I've had difficulty with, in particular with the Jupiter and her sisters, whoops, there's a screw there. Is the fact that she actually, the whole scripting with trying to get her to, the whole scripting in regards to how she drives. God damn it. Again, I'm a bit early with that. Alright. Crossing out. Alright. We're good. I'm going to increase the regulator just a little bit. It's going uphill now. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. There we go. Oh, we're going up a 1% grade now. There we go. Now we're getting some speed back. So sacrifice for our steam generation there. A mile ahead, huh? Don't see anything wrong with drop frames or anything. The coding seems to be fine. Don't seem to be having any real big problems here. There's our boiler pressure. Now we're doing fine. Oh, there we go. I was wondering when something like that would happen. The way the camera is positioned on this locomotive is a little weird. Right there. Also, I don't think the tender is marked as separate from the locomotive. We're going up right here. We can stop with the water. Come on! Ugh, I hate that whistle. I hate the fact that you can't... Oh, god damn it. At least we're getting close. It should also be flattening out now. That's another thing I have an issue with. The whistle in general seems to be a very big issue with me. I know he scripted it to work, you know, in quick succession there, but the fact that you can't, if you're not careful, you can't even sound the 14L properly. And you'll end up like triggering the brakes or something. Because I have literally had incidents where I have literally tried to do a 14L, all of a sudden I couldn't trigger the whistle again, and it either released the brakes altogether, or it just, I don't know. Alright, we'll need to start triggering the brakes now. There we go, there they go. I have to now release the brakes again. Damn thing is too slow. Go down too quickly. Ah, it's so confusing. Easy does it now. Kind of coasted a little bit. That's one of the few tricks I learned about how to stop the locomotive is actually triggering the brakes, then putting the locomotive into reverse, and then from there you just simply allow the locomotive to run. Like slowly stop. Okay. There's something else I wanted to show you guys before we really get started here. Note how the lights are off in here. They turn back on because I triggered the headlight function on this locomotive. Now, that's one of the few things about this locomotive. That's another interesting thing about this locomotive is that the way she's designed is that she's actually designed to run more or less like the actual 1800s version of these locomotives, rather than actually rather than how she ran back in the modern era, because ironically, there's two locomotives out currently. I think it's it's Leviathan and Jupiter, which are actual replicas of these locomotives. So those two are actually very interesting in that they are built to modern specifications, while these guys are actually built to the 1800s specifications. And I think the only reason that these two were ever actually managed to be designed like this was because of those two replicas available out there in the public eye. Jesus Christ, why do I keep doing that? I keep trying to trigger brakes. I don't have brakes. That. Oh, announcement. Has that been out longer than... I don't know. I got an announcement from another one of Dovetail's own games, Flight Sim World, which I do want to eventually play around with later. But eventually, as of now, it's not going to be much of a difference. Just ease her into the... Just ease her in here. Okay, we're doing good. Now from here, I need to trigger the handbrake. Yay! You can now reattach the cars you left standing on the main. Alright. Gonna move the reverser forward. And before I go any further, I don't want to forget this, I am going to be doing the screenshot of the weeks again, but there's a bit of a different catch to this. Instead of submitting them to the actual Facebook group, I have actually created an email that will be linked in the description as well as shown off on this video. Now, if you send me a screenshot of Railworks, Train Sim World, and maybe even a video of those two games, you'll probably be featured on Railworks Sundays. However, this is the big thing. I don't want to be seeing screenshots of Trains A New Era, Trains 12, or any other Iran Trains franchise just yet. That's going to be for Trackside in the near future. And I do have some plans for that as well. So, I will let you guys take a look at this week's Screenshot of the Week. This week's Screenshot of the Week is provided by Nicholas Winners. I don't know. But the name is on screen. I can't pronounce his last name, really. But his screenshot of the Union Pacific 844 traveling down the Pacific coastline with the Western Pacific Heritage Unit and the Jim Adams auxiliary tender is rather impressive. The sunset in the background just adds to it, and the beachgoers lying on the beach is rather impressive as well. Because the 844 is very difficult to drive, especially while you're using the realistic advanced model, it's rather impressive that he probably got the train up to speed while driving down the Pacific Surfliner route, which is probably the route he was driving on. Keep in mind that the 844 is a very difficult locomotive to drive, even when using the HUD model. I have to give this guy credits. After all, he was probably dragging a large train behind him. To submit your screenshots for the Screenshot of the Week, send them to this email address at railworksscreenshot@gmail.com. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back, honestly. So, I think our... What was that? Okay, here we go. Oh, wrong whistle. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to try and get the brakes released here. I'm going to release this one here. Okay. Alright. Start moving here. Hopefully the brakes are released. Okay, good. Everything's released. There we go. Alright, so our final destination, though we're a little kind of behind here, is Keadie. That's quite a distance away from here. If I remember right. Find the waypoint. That's about 9 miles from here. Okay. I don't even think that triggered the brakes there. Jesus Christ. Or it did. Okay. Alright, so I'm getting a little bit of a hang on the whole, there we go, on how the brakes work, but honestly it's still kind of confusing. Go here. There we go. Alright. Now, okay, trigger the brakes. Oh, that's not good. Alright, there we go. Head on up to Quincy Junction. Take care of things in time for the 2.3 uphill grade. You'll need full cutoff, full throttle, and good fire. Try to start the ascent at track speed, and just before the speed falls to about 15 miles an hour, close the throttle and wait for the chuffing to subside. Push the reverser forward and put on the sander. Open the blower fully and wait for the speed to drop down to around 10 miles and open the throttle wide. She should settle down to the climb to climb the grade at 6 miles an hour. Okay. ready to go. Okay. Some water in the boiler before we go. Okay. Everything looks good. Alright. From here, we got the blower going. There we go, we're on the move now. Keep an eye on those guys. Wow. God damn it. Well, I'm definitely going to need water in the boiler for now. So from here, we're going to try and complete the scenario relatively quickly. Going up track 18. Here, like this. Alright. Don't worry guys, that's just root beer. It's wrong door. I'm just opening both of them now. Okay. We should be good. Turn off that. Alright. We're going to track speed now. I can actually close regulator completely almost. There we go. And we're going on a 24% grade here. Not too bad if I do say so myself. She's quite difficult to drive, but once you get her running, it's actually quite nice. Very basic and very minimal. If you notice also something here, the speedometer little thing on the corner there doesn't actually work properly because the locomotive doesn't actually physically have a speedometer. You've got to do it by feel, really. In fact, if I wanted to do this by feel, I would do this without the whole F5 HUD thing. In fact, I should be approaching the gradient here soon. Oops, I think it starts right about at this crossing here, I want to say. It's like, I think, yeah, there's two crossings here. One here. And one over here. Oh, excuse me. Oh, God. What's happening to me? I can actually increase the throttle a little bit. There he is. You can see him in the bushes. Get it up a little higher of track speed there. That's beauty. That approach 1%. Alright, we just hit the 2% grade. What the sand is actually. Friggin' sander. And don't worry about this climb. I've done this a few times already, so it shouldn't be too difficult for me now. There's the sander going. Ah, look at that. You're going to notice that over time, once the locomotive gets down to a certain speed, steam generation will go right back up, as it is now. And then once that's over, once the locomotive gets back up to a certain speed, she is going to lose steam pressure. As it stands right now, she's going to struggle about 4 to 5 miles an hour. Fairly short. Actually, don't they have the water still on? I thought I had the water still on, so that was probably one of the reasons why I was bringing board up over there too. Now, don't worry about the water level. It's got decent level right now. Oh God. Oh, that's Jesus. One thing I would like to note is that the front of the locomotive here, there could be like added flags or something like that. You could add here like American flags or something like that for the 4th of July or something. But I don't think that's going to happen. It's not really a modern locomotive deal right now. Okay, steam generation, steam boiler rate, steam usage rates are kind of evening out here. Because we're at about 5.5 miles an hour now, so that's good. Meanwhile, the passenger's like, what the hell is going on? Why are we going so slow? I do love the interior here, though. Oh, God. Come on. Gear up. I feel like this should be the end of the video technically once we get over the hill. Oh God. Oh. Steam generation and steam usage is kind of toppling out. It's not doing too bad now. That doesn't seem to be about right in regards to audio. Hopefully you guys can hear me still. Messing around with the audio here just to double check on my volume and stuff like that, but I honestly hope you guys have been able to hear me the entire time. Right here. It's fairly quiet here. Holy crap, the frame rate goes down once I get close enough where I can see this locomotive steam pressure. Yep, there we go. Next one. Where is it rather? Mile an hour is 15 now. You putting any of... There you are. Why are you putting in so little though? You have full fire in there. Hey! Let's just leave it open, apparently. I think I broke the fireman again. I keep doing that, too. Apparently Keith doesn't think. Okay. I have no idea what this guy is trying to do here. Water level's going down quite a bit, now we're down to the single tripod there. Oh boy. This construction out of the way. We got like 7 miles really to get to the next destination. How long do you have a recording also? The main segment there. First segment. I have to go ahead and double check that. Oh, just pop up here, huh? Okay. Do that? Okay. Oh dear God. Oh, I have the water actually on. Okay. Cut that off now. Oh, you turn off the sanders too. Oops, there we go. There we go. We are back on track, guys. Back on track. And I don't think it will take us very long to get to Keadie. So, right there. Maybe it will. We'll get there at 8 o'clock, but I don't know. Get to 25. We did. Okay. Fine throttle again. No, back on the move. Try and keep her running as fast as possible though. I think that's a good position there. I'm not definitely sure. There's probably going to be a few cutscenes in there to kind of warrant having this video slightly shorter, I guess. Yes, for some strange reason I'm not getting... This is going to take forever. But again, I ended the video short. Just because, well, I mean... This is fairly long, to be honest. The first segment was 24 minutes, and the screenshot of the week, and then this segment is probably going to take up a little bit of time. Jesus Christ. Okay, take the regulator off. One of the few things I'm good about. This is one of the few things I can actually handle, is actually getting the locomotive up to speed and then letting it slow down a little bit. Looks like it took quite a bit of time to get over there. But then again, that might be Railworks time that it's trying to think of. I don't know. Probably increase the regulator just a little bit so we can get some more speed back. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to get lunch after this. Oh god damn it. 5. Jeez. To drop down about... Jesus, it's dropping like a rock. Okay. Leave that up for now. Yeah, boiler water level is going back up. Back to what we needed. Too much food there. Alright. Alright. So we're doing quite well now. Ow. This is one of those times where I kind of worry about audio, essentially. The way the audio is set up is that it's capturing both the game and the mic audio in a single clip. And as a result, there are occasions where the game audio is too loud, you can't actually hear my voice, while if the actual audio from my voice is too loud, you can't really hear the game too well. And that's become a kind of a big issue with me. And I think that's one of the reasons why the encoding issues started occurring with OBS Studios, is because I was trying to do a dual core recording setup, a dual audio setup or something like that. And so far it hasn't worked out in the favor I wanted to. Okay, we're doing good. Ow, 1 minute. Oh. Oh, shit. Now we can put on the regulator again. I'll go in the passenger view for a little bit. I do like these passenger views, really. Check the boiler water level. Okay. We'll use some water in there. Double check the... I believe there's a tunnel up ahead. I've had some backfires on that one. appear that way, though. Alright. Seems to be doing okay. Seems to be doing fine now. Speed-wise, everything. Okay. Okay. We'll at least make it before 50 or something like that. I don't know. That's probably one of the reasons why this whole speed thing is. I don't honestly know what triggered the use of the speedometer, really. Or rather, I guess a lot of these trains were run as fast as they could go, even on the forward track, and because it was also all by feel. And as a result, these locomotives literally jumped the tracks quite a bit. Probably one of the reasons why the pilot truck down there is going to cut. In fact, one of the reasons why that was done. I keep an eye on the fire mass there. I can turn this off. Come up to the first tunnel. Ow. Turn off the regulator there. Curve up here. Okay. Oh, yep, there we go. Man, I'm yelling so much now. Come on. I don't know if that's capturing on the replicator now. Oh, it's not. Okay. Trained a lot of my boiler there. Or my tender there. Get close to the tunnel, turn off the fireman now. Oh shit. Looking disabled, there we go. Oh, god damn it. Jesus. Another tunnel coming up ahead. Go with my frame rate again. Oh, 2 miles away now. Inside out, 2 miles away. Disabled. Okay. I don't know why there's steam puffing out of the cylinders there. I think I need to, That's a little strange there. I've never seen that. Interesting. Ah, whatever. Virgin Keadie now. That's good. I did, though we are recording about the... What the... What was that? The bell do that. Okay. Doing quite well now. Alright. Trying to get his Riz. Whoa, that was significant there. Alright, I'm trying to get as rid of as much of my boiler, my steam pressure as possible there. Oop, I forgot about the filter. There we go. We're doing good here. How far are we from our destination now? We're about a mile out. Okay, nice. Up this up now. Four. About 5 minutes. About a mile away now. Whew, alright. Yeah, we're entering the yard now. We are a mile away. Oh, God. We'll just go ahead and go over to Keadie. Little Western Pacific locomotive sitting out in the yard here. Got a yellow block over there, a red block now. Possibly referring to my signal being in front of me. But we should be very cautious of how we approach the station here. Once I get her in visual. I think I think she's coming around the corner right about now. Oh, come on. Where are you? There we go. I'll just sound the whistle now to start applying brakes now. In fact, it's probably necessary now because of the fact we're going downhill. There we are. go. Now I gotta release the brakes again because we slowed down too quickly. Figured that was gonna happen. Ease her into the platform here. Whew. I'll take a little bit of a screenshot before we go in, before we stop. Not much to say considering I've recorded this 3 frickin' times. Come on. There we go. Ease her in. There we go. We now open the doors. Let the passengers board. Aww. Right as I arrive at the station. Well, there's a chance we can race to her. I think I can actually take a screenshot of her officially as she approaches this, as she exits the tunnel here. Hello there, ma'am. Oh, I can't do that. Great. Well, that was unfortunate. So you might need to... I don't know what to do there. Anyway, that's a decent run there. I know I haven't talked very much during that entire run, but please understand that I don't have much to say anymore, considering I've recorded that scenario 3 times. 3 times. It was 3 times I've recorded that. And this is like the 4th time now. So, like and comment down below. Subscribe if you guys want more, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Tonight, Richard tries to start a motorbike. James fills his car with petrol. And I get a British Rail suntan.
Well, that was weird.